Of traveling here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show this morning. Now, how can I describe this? Chaotic, intoxicating, crazy, wonderful, beautiful, daunting, overwhelming, and definitely fantastic. Now, India, that is what we're talking about this morning. It is all these things and more. Now, there's no denying that traveling to India can be a major culture shock, especially on your first visit. So how can you possibly prepare yourself for this and this grand assault on the senses, I can almost call it. Now, travel writer Josie Evely joins us on the couch this morning for our Travel Tuesday tip this morning, sharing her tips for taking the ultimate travel plunge, going to India for the first time. Josie, lovely to have you with us this morning.
Thank you so much. So good to be back.
I've never been to India, but if there's one thing I do love when it comes to traveling, it is a culture shock. Then I know that I'm actually traveling.
Yeah. I think you put it perfectly there. The assault on the senses is exactly what it feels like from the moment you land.
Yeah, so let's talk about it. Where do you start even planning a trip to India? Because there is so much going on. What are your tips?
To be honest, it was one of the hardest trips that I've ever planned, just because you don't understand as a South African how long it takes to get in between everywhere. So, you know, Jaipur to Udaipur is 11 hours, for example, and the country is huge. So keep that in mind when you're planning. And for me, it was a very personal decision where I wanted to do fewer things, but do them well. So I sort of stuck to one area and I headed down south, which is where a lot of the surfers and sort of carefree, spirited tourists are doing. Varkala is a very, very popular destination worldwide at the moment. So I wanted to get some sun as well as a little bit of culture. So I opted to do 2 cities and then take a train trip down south.
Okay, and the train trip itself must have been absolutely the experience of a lifetime.
Exactly. I stood out like a sore thumb, but I loved it. There was lots of Indian mamas embracing me. I tried everything. It was incredible.
Awesome. So let's talk about your experience in the pink city, Jaipur. What are some of the must-do things if you're going to be visiting?
Okay, so for me, Jaipur it's obviously the capital of Rajasthan, which is the beautiful, you think, colours. It's just colours, spices, it is an assault of the senses. So when you get there, I think it's important to not plan too much. It is really a city where you can walk a lot, and every single mode of transport is available in that city, from elephants to camels to tuk-tuks to bicycles to motorbikes. It's just madness. So for me, one of the things that you have to do is Amber Fort. And then there's a few other World Heritage sites which are palaces right around that area. And a lot of the tours that you can pre-book kind of do a package deal. So you get a driver, which is air-conned.
Okay.
It was 44 degrees the day I landed. So it was a big thing to have air-con. And you sort of do the ticks, and then they leave you and you go and explore. And that's probably the most cost-effective way of getting around. And then the rest of it, you just need to use your 2 legs and just go and explore. Walk and try sample foods. There's so many local markets. And getting around everyone is so happy to have you there. That tourism is really core of what they're wanting to do there.
It sounds amazing. Always when I visit a foreign place like this, it's very important for me to almost get lost
in
the city.
Yeah.
You've got to get lost. Throw the map book away and just keep walking because you'll take in and you see so much.
Love that.
You mentioned Udaipur as well. What are some of the things that stand out for you in that city?
Okay, so Udaipur has actually been my favorite city that I've ever visited, and it's known as the Venice of India, just because it's sort of marble white. So in terms of beauty, I think it's astonishing. And it's obviously got a riverfront. So it's a beautiful place to go and really vibe up the romance. Very nice for couples. And there's a lot of sort of view decks and beautiful restaurants that look over onto sort of sunset spots where you see kids playing in the river and you can kick back and relax. It's an incredible city. Now,
talking about kick back and relaxing, I know that, you know, some of the city centres especially, you know, can get very, very crowded, can get very hectic as well. Where would you suggest you go if you're going to travel to India, just to escape it all and, you know, get a bit of nature? Because there's beautiful, I'm sure there's beautiful parts of the country that presents you with nature scenes as well.
Exactly. My 2 top things would definitely be going down south to Varkala, which we did via train and was incredible. And then to date, out of all my travels, my best travel experience has actually been in India. I went a little bit off the beaten track and went into Munnar, which is where the tea plantations are, so tea and cardamom. And I stayed at this incredible place, and they hosted me, and I basically tracked the women cutting the tea. And we sort of hiked through these hills for days, and it was one of the best experiences. It was like National Geographic stuff.
Jeez.
Incredible.
I've said it before, I'll say it again, you have the best job in the world. You get to see the world, which is amazing. Josie, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure. Thank
really
you.
Appreciate it. Love hearing your top tips as well. So, as well as its beauty and wonder, India has earned a deserved reputation as a top deserved travel destination. So why not plan your next trip today and book now where travel starts?